Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Liam to risk his life. Kelly hopes for a phenomenon. Brooke will also eavesdrop Daphne. Luna continue her scheme at Forrester Creations. Sheila encouraged Luna to wear a disguise to surprise Will. Once Luna got access to the structure, she strips down to slightly nothing, offering herself as a model. Still, it's stated that Will eventually gets relief of Luna. Perhaps temporarily, but latterly, Luna assures her grandmother that she's not giving up on Will. In another office at FC, Electra will be opening up to Ivy. Electra isn't ready for closeness, but Will is being really pushy about it. Ivy will probably tell Electra that she needs to be fully honest with Will about why she's not ready yet. Unfortunately, Luna will subsidize on Electra and won't being on the same runner about passion. Brooke blow up after eavesdropping Daphne with Carter. Meanwhile, Cleric gives Hope advice. In another part of the eatery, Sheila slams Cutlet in Penelope Poppy face. Kelly prays for a phenomenon as Liam becomes determined to leave the sanitarium so he can attend his son's cotillion. The situation for Liam seems dire, however. Finn is stunned when Grace and Bridget advertise Liam's brain excrescence is inoperable. Finn will probably search for a way to save Liam's life. Meanwhile, Liam and Steffy get indeed closer. This could lead to some close moments. At some point, Hope might find out about Liam's condition. Liam didn't want anyone to know, but Hope has been allowing a lot about him recently. Liam and Hope also partake a child, Beth, who hasn't been mentioned in months. Also, Luna has pledged to get the boy she wants. So, anticipate Luna to double down on her sweats to please Will and get relief of Electra. Liam may escape the sanitarium for the daddy-son cotillion and risk a medical reversal to grant Kelly want. Liam's plan could put a smile on Kelly's face, but only if he can manage to make it through the event without collapsing again. Steffy will pay Liam another visit. B&B suckers will recall that Steffy saved Liam's life and has been a great source of support during his hospitalization. Steffy will head to Liam's bedside and check on him again, so that'll give them a chance to strengthen their connection indeed more. Liam and Steffy will bond over Kelly this time around, so Steffy may mention their son's excitement over this cotillion. Of course, it'll break Liam's heart when he realizes how disappointed Kelly's going to be if he doesn't show up. Kelly wants Liam at this event further than anything, so Liam will struggle to stay in that sanitarium bed despite his dire medical condition. Once Dr. Bridget begins consulting on Liam's case, she'll back Dr. Grace up when it comes to Liam demanding to take it easy. Liam is recovering from surgery after a life-hanging brain bleed, so he doesn't need to overstate it. The stylish thing for Liam right now is to rest and let his croakers cover him nearly. Liam will be far more concerned with Kelly's passions and his desire to come through for his son on this cotillion she's been looking forward to. That's why Liam will resolve to make it to this cotillion after all. Liam unhooking himself from all the machines as he prepares to leave the sanitarium against medical advice. Grace and Bridget will sound the alarm about the pitfalls of Liam just taking off like this, but there may be no stopping him. Although Steffy will give Kelly updates on Liam having to miss the cotillion, Kelly will still desperately wish her pater could find some way to be there. That's when Liam may come through the door all dressed up for the cotillion, complete with some ridiculous chapeau to cover up the girth from his surgery. Liam will want to make some sweet recollections with Kelly, but can he avoid keeling over in the middle of all the fun? Time will tell, but Liam's medical problems are far worse than anyone could have anticipated. It looks like Liam has an inoperable brain excrescence, so that news will lead to some terrible prognostications about the road ahead. Liam and Kelly may have some warm moments on the way, but it could be the calm before the storm that's still to come for Liam. Liam tries to go to Kelly cotillion against medical advice. Plus, Will gets relief of Luna. Kelly is looking forward to attending a father/son cotillion. Kelly has no idea her father is in the sanitarium. It doesn't look like Liam's chances of making it to the cotillion are veritably good. Bridget and Grace bandy commodity that's inoperable. It sounds like that's a brain excrescence. Steffy has to tell Kelly that Liam presumably won't make it to the cotillion. Still, Kelly wishes for her pater to find a way to get to the cotillion. A rehabilitated Liam is surprised to see Bridget. The golden croaker tells Liam that she's on his medical case. While croakers are agitating the case's brain excrescence, Liam and Steffy bond over being Kelly's parents. Stay a nanosecond. Has anyone seen or heard from Beth recently? Back to Liam, he gets the unforeseen appetite to get out of that sanitarium bed and go to Kelly's cotillion. Still, Bridget and Grace try to reason with him. However, also his defiance is completely accessible, if Liam thinks that's the last memorable moment that Kelly is going to have with him. Luna delivered a pizza in disguise. It does give Luna access to Will at Forrester Creations. When the disguise comes off and Luna strips down to her undergarments, Will gets relief of her. We're assuming that means we'll call security. Latterly, Luna reflections to Sheila Carter. Luna will also covenant to not give up until she gets the boy of her dreams. Elektra will also entrust in Ivy about Will formerly again. Carter and Brooke to bond over their failed loves. Latterly, Brooke blows her top when she listens to Daphne making a plea to Carter. Over at Il Giardino, Sheila shoves Kate in Penelope Poppy face, literally. Meanwhile, Deacon Sharp gives Hope relationship advice. Also, Lee orders Finn to stay far down from Luna. Hope feeling burned, Brooke upping her game, and Steffy playing idle after chancing Liam bleeding and unconscious. Finn and Kelly came home from the sand and got her ready for her spin with Steffy and Liam. The little girl was over the moon for a day with her mama and pater. Unfortunately, as the timepiece ticked, Kelly and Finn could do nothing but watch the time and wonder where her parents are. Sorely, the reason for the no-show was worse than anyone could imagine. Liam did manage to come around and get himself off the living room bottom. He felt around and was shocked to find his head bleeding and left to get himself help. He didn't make it far, however, and wound up collapsing again on Bone Bill's walkway. Steffy no sooner told her pater she was going to stick up for Liam to Bill than she landed at the manse to find him on the ground outdoors, bleeding from the head. She incontinently called 911 and rushed him into the care of Dr. Buckingham. So far, Liam has not come around, and Dr. Buckingham delivered the crushing blow that Liam's injury is life-hanging. All Steffy could do was stand in shock and cry. Hope opened up to Cleric about the state of her life. She was still reeling from Carter's treason. She stood by him through the achievement only to have him turn his reverse and choose the Forresters in the end. Oh, and not just Carter, her veritably own mama did the same. Heck, Brooke only took the CEO job to back up her partner. How could Brooke continually pick a man over her? Hope wasn't sure who she could trust presently. Her mama failed her, Carter failed her, and she failed herself. She also admitted that recently she was wondering how it all fell piecemeal and that she was sure her life took these turns when she ended her marriage with Liam. He's a good man, a good father, and he was a good hubby. And, sorely, it's her fault it all went down the drain. Cleric promised to be Mr. Fix-It for his son from then on out. He was thrilled when she took him up on his offer for a room and promised to get it all ready ASAP. Not only would he get further FaceTime with Hope, but he'd get some good time in with his granddaughter, too. What Hope didn't know was that Brooke was doing all she could to endorse for her. Brooke spent a many moments working from home before taking to the office to politely ask Ridge to give her son her job back. Everyone has made miscalculations, and she felt Hope merited Forrester's mercy. That hard sell was a no-go, however. It would be one thing if Hope was at least sorry, but since she wasn't, Ridge wasn't about to give an inch. Of course, Brooke wasn't going to waste the occasion to at least test the waters of love since she had Ridge alone. Especially since he called her Logan. She took that as a sign he wasn't over her. She got close to him, looked him in the eyes, and contended her case. She missed him. Does he miss her? Ridge just smiled back while keeping his lips zipped. Liam's medical extremity could shoot 2 women back into his route. Steffy finds him unconscious, while Hope recalls her marriage to him. You need to see what will be in this instigative investiture. Liam suffered a medical exigency. He fell and bashed his head on the table. Steffy set up Liam unconscious at Bill's home. She was going to tell off Bill formally further for unleashing Luna onto the residers of Los Angeles. Rather, she set up Liam unconscious at the manse. She incontinently telephoned 911. Meanwhile, her hubby Finn was staying to hear back from her. He has no idea that his woman is with Liam and that she's concerned about him. Once she got to the sanitarium, the results were grim. Grace Buckingham told Steffy that Liam had an intracranial hemorrhage, which is a type of stroke that causes blood to pool in the brain and cranium area, according to the Cleveland Clinic. Suddenly, Steffi's life with Liam flashed before her eyes. Gashes submerged down her face. She begs not to leave her. Does she have regrets about marrying Finn? Meanwhile, Hope wanted to stay with Cleric. She wasn't ready to return home to her mama. The two brought up Hope's life. She admitted that she's been feeling a little bit lost ever since she ended her marriage to Liam. She recalled the good times that they participated together. Indeed, though Liam was a waffler, he was still a good father to their son, Beth. Hope admitted that her life went off the rails ever since she left him. Does that mean she regrets not staying with him and making their marriage work? Are we returning to the Hope/Liam/Steffy love triangle? Brooke tried to lay her charm on Ridge. She asked him if he'd ever missed her. Still, Ridge refused to answer. He didn't give her the satisfaction of making her suppose that he still wanted her. Eventually, Ridge rejected Brooke formally again. Will she eventually give up? Or will she go back to her old ways and betray him to get what she wants? Finn connected with Kelly in a sweet moment back at the Cliff House. Kelly is looking forward to attending the father-son cotillion with Liam. But it looks like that won't be passing.